Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Nerf News. Now, I waited a while to make this video on the new upcoming Nerf ThunderBlast for a very specific reason, and that's that this image was terrible, and for the longest time it was the only one that we had. You can see that even blowing it up, it's very fuzzy. You can tell a lot from this image, but now we have some exciting new images from a Baidu user showing the blaster in its actual non-stock photography form, and we can see a lot. So, it's basically the lower portion of the Demolisher 2-in-1 that's been carved off. A lot of modders have been carving that portion off and attaching it to new blasters, and in this case it's just a proprietary blaster that does exactly that. What does that mean? That means that up here we have a tube that your Demolisher style missiles will fit over. I suspect this blaster will ship with 3 missiles, but in this picture it only is shown with 2, and it'll fire through this hamp style firing mechanism just like the Demolisher. This one has a handle. Now there is a little bit of concern that this handle is too close to this handle, which means that using it with 2 large hands isn't going to be super duper comfortable. I'll probably in my review later on be holding mine up here like a Demolisher, because I think that that's just going to be a more efficient way to use it. Now, I'm a little bit surprised that Hasbro is using that hamp style firing, which means that it's just direct airflow from this plunger here into this barrel here. I thought for sure that they would want to try something along the lines of CPS pressure tanks that they've been using in Super Soakers and blasters forever, but Nerf has seemed to stray away from air blasters since they've lost that patent. So there is no stored energy here, but it would be a really great mod to put a stored energy tank right here and then add a trigger and use this as a pump handle and then run some vinyl tubing through. As far as the overall blaster, I think that it's going to cost way too much for what it is, and you would always be better served by buying the Demolisher 2-in-1 and just getting a Strife and this blaster in one. Now, the blaster from this side looks more or less the same. The paint job is unfinished in this model, I hope, because it doesn't look very good here. Now, the stock attachment is not removable, it's permanent, which is a shame because it would be a really cool upgrade stock to a Demolisher or any blaster that you strapped that missile launcher to. It's also not a very comfortable stock. I really like putting the Gear Up Raider stock on my Demolishers, and this is just another one of those kind of cookie cutter skeleton style stocks, very minimalistic in its plastic requirement, and those just wind up being really uncomfortable to handle and use because of these sharp angles in their molding. I don't like them a whole lot, but this one comes with one permanently attached, and it doubles the storage from the Demolisher one. So for the first person willing to make a attachment point here for this stock, they'll have a pretty cool thing to add to their Demolisher. They can also give it that nice thumb port and just kind of blend it into the Demolisher permanently. I think that that'd be kind of cool. It does come with a singular rail attachment. You can see that over here it'll have one rail attachment on top. I don't think that it's going to need a rail attachment. You're firing the large missiles, which are not necessarily the most accurate of projectiles. So all in all, I think that the Nerf ThunderBlast is going to cost much more than it needs to for what it is, but it's a fun addition if you're really looking for a dedicated rocket launcher style blaster. And the missiles from the Demolisher have been on sale all over the United States recently, and they're of a very solid build quality. So if you're looking to fire alternative ammo, I think that they're the best rockets out there on the market right now, definitely. Of course, everything pales to the Titan, but they're not making those anymore, sadly. So that's been this Nerf News episode on the ThunderBlast. I waited to get all of these higher quality images from Baidu to make it for you, and I think that it was worth it because the other ones just weren't doing enough for me. But let me know what you think of this blaster, if you like the idea of a dedicated missile launcher, down in the comment section below. And as always, guys, thanks for watching.